Good morning, everyone. In today's video lecture, we are going to discuss about the command term which is used by IB in the exams, like describe, distinguish, compare, illustrate, discuss. So we will try to understand all these key terms, and it will help student as well as teachers to understand what need to be written in the exams answer if the question says describe or discuss or distinguish. So let's let's begin with the topic. So this is the glossary for command terms. So for assessment, uh, I guess many student and teachers are aware about the command terms, but I just want to recap as per the latest syllabus. The first assessment will be in 2025. So when the question says define, so you have to give a precise meaning of that particular word or the concepts or anything in a very clear one sentence answer. It should be very clear. It should not be an example. So you have to be very uh, sure about writing the definition of the term. Draw, when it comes to draw, represents by means of labeled. So it's not like draw structure of leaf or draw structure of the system. So it doesn't mean you just draw it and leave it. You have to label the important parts. The diagram should be technically correct. Diagram should be accurate. You have to use pencils to draw the diagram. You need uh, you need to uh, use the scale to draw the straight line. Diagram should be drawn to scale. Graph should have points correctly on the pointer. And you must make a straight curve or a smooth curve or joint curve by joining all the dots. When the question says label, add labels to the diagram. Draw and label. That means you have to label the parts too. List. Give a sequence of brief answer with no explanation. Just list it. What will happen when impulse is generated? So you just write in the sequence list, the event which is going on. In the measure, you have to obtain the value for a quantity. Means you have to do some calculations. State. Give a specific name, value, or other brief answer without explanation or calculation. You just have to state it. This type of uh, uh, command terms you can find in assessment objective 1. In assessment objective 2, there is slight different key terminologies like annotate. Annotate means you have to give brief note on the diagram or the graph. So generally IB ask question to annotate the graph. Then you have calculate. So you have to obtain a numerical answer by doing some work, maybe finding percentage increase, percentage decrease, difference. So anything they can ask. Describe. You have to give a detailed answer of that particular term. When it says distinguish between two or more concepts or the item. Estimate, obtain an approximate value. Means you have to give the nearby whole number answer. Estimate value. Identify, provide an answer from the number of possibilities. Outline, again you have to give a brief account or summary. Describe and outline, there's a slight difference in the term. Describe means you give the detailed account. In outline, you give the brief account, like a summary. In assessment objective 3, the command term is used analyze, comment, or compare. So when you say analyze, you have to break down in order to bring out the essential elements, like the outcome of all the discussions or the outcome of the concept, like we're talking about the neural conduction. So you have to analyze and you have to bring back that essential elements or the structure of this particular um, concept. When we say comment, give a judgment based on given statement or result of the calculation. So whatever value you get, you can just give a judgment like why and how you got this value. Is this correct? Is it positive correlated? Is it a negative correlated? You can just briefly discuss about the calculations of the statement. When we say compare, give an account to the similarity between two item or situations, referring to both of them throughout. So maybe you can write difference, maybe you can write similarity in case of compare. In assessment objective rest, we have compare and contrast. So when we say compare and contrast, the meaning is you have to give an account of similarity as well as the difference. Both in this case, compare and contrast. When we say construct, the meaning is display the information either in the logical form, in algorithm form, or in the diagrammatic form, or in the flow chart, anything you can display. Deduce, reach to conclusion. You can give a informative idea by doing something by like you have read the database question and you have to write give a um, conclusion on the basis of the graph. You can just write 1 or 2 line conclusion on this. So you will get deduced term. Design, produce a plan, simulation, or model. Determine, obtain the only possible answer. When we say discuss, offer a considered and balanced review that include a range of arguments, factor, or any kind of hypothesis. You can also discuss about the opinion, the outcome of the results or conclusion in a very supportive way by giving uh, big all the evidences. Evaluate, make an appraisal by weighing up strength and the limitation. Explain, give a detailed account, including the reasons or cause why it is happening. Justify, give valid reason or evidence to support your answer in conclusion. Predict. So when we say predict, give expected result. Sketch. Represent by means of diagram or the graph. The sketch should give a general idea of the required shape or the relationship. So you have to be very clear in terms of sketch. Suggest, propose a solution, hypothesis, or any possible answer. So this video contain all the command terms which we used in the IB biology or in the past paper might be you have seen. So you can better understand now and you can help your kids, help your students to know more and they can understand the terminology and they can write appropriate answer. Thank you and see you in the next video.